This is No Agenda.
I think it's time we should take our break.
Well, so leading into that, you asked early on, what is the deal with the media and why are they also on board? And I just had there was a very interesting article that I read titled, "Does the CIA control NPR and other, quote, alternative media?" And it's a very interesting read, and it's in the show notes, noagendashow.com. It talks about specifically NPR, your national treasure, with shows like Democracy Now! And publications like Mother Jones. And they lead a lot of this back to the financing of these organizations. And, of course, we focus mainly on how certainly NPR and PBS are basically commercial entities and run commercials for huge organizations which have no business talking to the consumer, i.e. General Electric or Honeywell. Or who cares? And, anyone watching those shows is not going to go out and buy a General Electric fridge. In fact, they're not promoting fridges. They're saying, hey, look at us. We're great. We never forget about who we're really working for, which is to insinuate that they're working for you, the American people. But, of course, it's not. They're working for the elitist of the world. And then I come across one of the, who funds by far the most. And the government is just a little piece of NPR and PBS's funding. Do you know who is a huge donor?
To PBS, to the National Treasure?
Yeah.
Who?
The Ford Foundation.
Oh, yeah. No, the Ford Foundation is... That's a little weird. We have to actually, before you go talk about them too much, I want you to do a little research on them because they're a weird left-wing organization.
Very weird. Very weird.
And you have to wonder what their agenda is and how they're related to the corporate superstructure that runs everything, because it's vague.
Well,
they got tons of money and they do have a lot of influence. I think it's like maybe it's a nothing to see here operation. I'm not sure.
No, because I look at their board of directors and they've got nothing but lobbyists in there. The Rock Creek Group from Washington D.C. We've got the vice chair for academic affairs. We've got the Sonic Corporation. Who else do we have in here? We've got Senior Director Goldman Sachs. These are all board members of Infosys. Okay, beautiful. East End Advisors LLC, Planned Parenthood Federation of America, known eugenicists. So the whole board is filled with people who have deep connections to the workings of the country and certainly Washington. But when you go into their grants database at the Ford Foundation, and you just type in, you can search, you just type in radio. But you have to check the little box down at the bottom which says include non-initiative grants. I have no idea what that means. But when you click that, that's when, boom, it's like $3 million here, $4 million there, all to NPR, all to Association of Public Broadcasting Stations. There's page after page after page of hundreds of thousands, in some cases. Here, National Public Radio, $3 million. This is just in this past year. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars going into funding your national treasure. And they have some good tools there, John. We could follow the rules and apply for a grant.
I'd take the money. They wouldn't give it to us in a million years.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't take the money.
I would.
You really wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, because we have people who support this show out of the goodness of their heart, and because we've really changed their lives in the way they
realize
think.
One grant from these guys would be 10 years of the kind of money we're getting.
Yeah,
in.
but then we would be talking about this. Would be like, hey, Curry, I'm from the Ford Foundation. Yeah, let's just have a little chat here. We just want to talk to you for a few minutes about. Yeah, that story you guys were talking about? Yeah, the folks up at the office, they really feel that maybe you guys should just not be talking about that. It's just better for everybody that way. You know what I mean? Nice house you got here. You're renting, right? Yeah, it'd be pretty unfortunate if you couldn't afford the rent anymore. Yeah, that would kind of suck. So no, John. So no, that's not.
You got it. You are that guy.
By donating to No Agenda. Imagine all the people who could do that. Oh yeah, that'd be fab. in the morning.